This is Jose with Rock Prodigy. Today I am going to show you the basics of fingerstyle playing, which is a technique of playing the guitar by plucking directly with our fingers. I have picked a flamenco piece called Malaguena to teach this technique, but there are thousands of songs in many styles that you can apply the fingerstyle technique to. I am using the Rock Prodigy app as my tool set. I got my nylon string guitar and I'm in a quiet place to practice. And quiet is important because that way I can focus on my playing, and also because the app will pick up all the notes without needing a cable or interface. Okay, let's start by learning the position. There are different approaches about how to hold the guitar. You could rest it over your left leg, as classical players do, like this. Or over your right leg, like this, as flamenco players do. I will rest it over my right leg. My forearm is going to hold it against my body, like this, with a little tiny angle so I can see the frets. And I'm going to make sure that the neck of my guitar is between parallel to the floor to a 15-degree angle. Nothing like that, but more like this, right? Make sure that the position allows you to play relaxed without having to hold the neck of your guitar like that. And make sure that both hands are free and relaxed, because on the right hand we might want to get different textures by going up and down the strings, and this hand definitely doesn't have to hold the neck. You want to have it free so you can go up and down the different frets. Let's work on the right hand's position. Let's start by extending our fingers and put them on top of the strings of the guitar, like this. Index and middle finger will be anchored on top of the first string without pressing too hard, and thumb on top of the sixth string, closer to the frets than the other fingers. Now we are going to pick with our thumb only, by moving in little increments, like this, and barely touching the string with our nail, like this. For now it's okay if we play really low in volume, and later on we will work on the sound once that we get the basics of the technique. So again, thumb is closer to the frets than the other fingers. My forearm is a little elevated from the top of the guitar. I'm not close to the top or anything like that. I'm just like that naturally, without forcing the position, and playing very soft with our thumb. Make sure that whenever you play a note with your thumb, it doesn't make your hand bounce like that or anything like that. So you don't want to lose the position. You want to just play very, very slow and gentle. In fingerstyle, the thumb will play most of the notes in the lower register, so it has a very important role, because you need to make those melodies very nice and clean, you know, because they will be competing with the notes on the higher register. For example, in a song like this, you want to be able to hear all the notes that I'm playing with the thumb. So it's very important to exercise the motion of the thumb before we move forward. So here's a cool melody to practice the motion of the thumb. There you go. Cool, you saw that my thumb is staying a little bit closer to the frets than the other fingers, and my wrist is a little elevated from the guitar. It's a little separate, right? And I'm playing very, very relaxed. I'm not trying to play loud right now. I'm just trying to get the right motion, moving in little increments like that, and making sure that the motion of the thumb doesn't affect the position of the rest of your hand. Okay? So remember that you can use the slowdown feature if this melody that I just played is too fast. Find a speed that is comfortable for you, and then slowly work your way up. Now that we are familiar with the technique of the thumb, let's work on our index and middle fingers. Go back to the same position that we have, but now let's anchor the thumb on the sixth string and play the first string open. First with your index, like this, and then we will try also with our middle. Play relaxed in short motions towards your palm, like that. Make sure that you barely touch the string, like this. Once that you're familiar with index and then middle, you can start alternating both. Index, middle, index, middle, index, middle, index, middle. Make sure that you barely touch the string. Don't dig too much into the string, just something like that. Once that you're familiar with index and middle, you can start alternating both, like this. Index, middle, index, middle, index, middle, index, middle. Now that we got familiar with the thumb, index, and middle techniques separately, let's put them together. In this piece of music, we are going to play the melody we already practiced, and we are going to add an open E string after each note, like this. First, you can play the E string just with your index. Then try with your middle only. And after that, try alternating index, middle, etc. like this. Okay, let's do it.
Thumb and index. Thumb and middle. Thumb, index, thumb, middle.
Great job! You can see that in a few minutes we got familiar with the fingerstyle technique and we learned a cool musical example to practice. You can get more information about fingerstyle and this piece in particular, Malaguena, in the Rock Prodigy blog. Also, feel free to ask any questions on our Facebook or Twitter page. Please stay in tune. Thanks a lot and enjoy!